We got a boat project for you today. We're going to test out this new battery charger. This is a 2-bank. It's called the NOCO Genius. Now this does all types of batteries, including lithium, 2-bank, and you can do them separately. So let's get this installed. You can see down here where the battery compartment is. I've got the top. We've got the lithium batteries, 3 of them up here, and we have one more back there. And then I have my starting battery and house battery. The lead acid batteries are down below, so I have to pull this out to access those to install the charger. Here's the old one. It's trying to run. It's dead. There we go. Still nothing on the screen. So this is my 3rd Wally World charger. On the Catalina 30 on the nav station, I have a battery 1 or 2 switch, or turn it off. So I'm going to turn it off to get this installation done. The new charger with 2 banks instead of 1, I can put it on off and it'll run and charge the batteries independently. This one I had to put across the 2 batteries and leave it in the all position to get both batteries charged. I have over here my charging panel, and they say 12.1, and the reason they're still 12.1 is I have a small 7-watt charger, the solar system that comes in right here, that I got over at Harbor Freight. The Thunderbolt solar charger. This has worked for about 5 years to get a trickle charge into those and keep them good. But with the cloudy weather, the biminis are up. It doesn't get full sun all day, but it's enough to keep it maintained so they don't run or go completely low or lower than 50%. So we're going to get this old stuff out of here and get this new one in. Alright, I'm going to turn the battery bank off. Alright, I've connected to the app, the Sun controller, to my Sun Thesis solar controller. And I've got this set to where it's drawing 0. I've disconnected the batteries so I can start disconnecting them. I had to disconnect it over at the controller first, so I have 0 current going to the batteries while I do this. 0 current, 0 load right there. These are running parallel. I'm going to disconnect the positive side first. And then the negative side next. Love these batteries, super light, probably only 25 pounds. Alright, let's get in here. May not have to take them all the way out. We're going to have to take the second one out for sure. I have a little wooden kickstand here. I'm just going to slip that under this shelf right here. Far back as I can get it, right there. Yeah, I think I can access that. We're getting the old charger out of here. This should be simple enough. Let's unbox it. Got the mounting screws. The instructions. Alright, here it is out of the box. Here's what it looks like. This is fully waterproof, submersible. That's why I got this one. I'll put a link below for this. You can purchase this on Amazon with my affiliate link. Throw us a bone. Alright, before I get it in here, I want to show you the modes. We have the different battery types right here. And then we have what type of mode that we're using. And we're selectable here. I have a repair mode, I have a lithium mode, an AGM mode, and a standard lead acid mode. I like these because they have fusible links on the end on each one of them. Alright, I got the negative wires off the starting battery, and then I'm going to take the positive wires off, and it's simple. You just red and black, match them up, put it back together. Bank 1. And these already have sealed ends, waterproof. These go on the wing nut terminals. Alright, now the negative side, the black, put it on the terminal, tighten it down. Alright, I'm going to give it a snug up there with pliers. So vibrations to loosen that up. I have other systems on this terminal, so I've got about 3 lugs to each one. They go to the 12 volt system, negative in the ground, and the solar controller. Let's do the house battery next. I gotta loosen up the negative. Oh, it's way back in there. And now the positive. Sometimes the threads are boogered up, but that's okay. Now simply I'm just going to put the negative on, the positive on, sealed, fused. I'm going to put them right on top. Alright, I think that's pretty snug. Let me give it a quarter turn to tighten it. So that's bank 1 and 2. Just tuck those out of the way for now. Now this thing here, I'm going to plug in, but I'll have an AC plug over there. And for now, I'll probably put my lithium back in, get those situated. Maybe I could mount this right there or on the door. I don't know. We'll see. But first, I'm going to test it on out. Let's plug it up. Right now you can see I've got 12.2 right here. Everything's off. Alright, I'm going to plug it in over here. I'm going to check it out. I got mode 1, mode 2, they're off. 12 volts, mode 1. 12 volts, mode 2. That thing's pretty quiet. I don't hear anything running, but I see it going up a little bit. Let's wait on this and see. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, now this will charge even though I'm in the off position. So yeah, you can see these are 2 5-amp banks and they're charging. I like this. It doesn't make a sound. Awesome. That thing will wake you up at night when it comes on if you left the cabin light on. 12.7. So I think this is going to be a winner. NOCO Genius Gen 5 2 bank. It's already to 12.8. Hopefully this will get up to about 14.3 like normal. And I think it's a winner. I love this. I already got 2 bars here, so this is working pretty quickly. 2 bars here now. Did you see that? So yeah, between the solar and this, that'll get me back up to speed. I'm liking this product. I'll put a link in the description. Go check it out. Alright, now I just got to set up the lithium and close her back up. Alright, got that AC off this time so maybe you could hear better. So yeah, that's really cool. It's coming right up. 13, 12.9. This doesn't make a sound. It's got some good weight to it. Alright, now I just got to get these lithium back in here. Take my little kickstand out. Alright, the way this works is these are in parallel, so positives on this side, negatives on this side. Same here. So I want to get that on here, get the mounting bolt, and I'll line up the cable that goes to the last battery, put that in there and snug it up in a minute. Get the black wire out here and the black cable. Now I'm sure a lot of you are pros at this, but there's probably a lot of people that haven't done it or need to know how to do it. Maybe they just decided to upgrade or do a multiple battery system. Alright, I'm going to hand tighten this and then I'm going to give it a snug with the old 1/2 inch wrench. Or is that a 13 millimeter? Same difference. I don't want to strip these lugs out, so I'm probably going to put about no more than 15 pounds of torque. The way I figured that out is I turn it and then the leads start to move, and that's probably when it's all the way down, and most people say a quarter turn. So I'm going to hold the leads and turn it a quarter turn, and that's about it. I know my own strength. If you have to put a torque wrench on that, it's worth it to save the $200 battery. If you strip that out, you have to buy a new one. Alright, let's get this one in here. Alright, this is a little more difficult. These have 3 lugs. I gotta line them all up and I gotta line them all up, and they're pretty stiff wires. There's only a few threads, so I really want to hand tighten this and not cross thread it to get it started like that. Then I want to gently make sure it's not cross threaded. That's about 10 pounds of torque there. That's about 15 or 20. The lines are solid. I'm not going to over tighten it. Alright, now we have to do the positive, and we're done with the lithium. Got to be careful with this. Don't want any sparks. Hand tighten it. Hold it. Get the wrench. Make sure it's not cross-threaded. Ease into it right there, about 10 pounds. 15, 20 right there. There we go. I'm going to get those back in there. And where the old charger lived was right in here next to it. But I know this one could live there too. Yeah, I want to mount that so it doesn't slide around when we're heeling. Just make sure I have enough cord. Yeah. Tuck those away. And it comes with mounting screws right here, self-tapping, like that. It's always a tight squeeze in the boat. I like that. It has slots in the end, so I can go ahead and put this in now. Slide that in into the groove there. And then I'll put this one right here where I can get to it. Nothing like working in the dark under the hood with a screwdriver, right? That's it. That's it. Alright, you can see her in there, mounted, sturdy. Plenty of room for the cables in there. And look at that. She's a charging. Excellent. Now you can see we're already up to 13 volts right here. I think this is going to be a good improvement, great upgrade to the boat. This Catalina 30 now has a 2-bank battery charger. That works great. Be sure to check out some of my other videos on tech tips. I've got a solar panel part 1 and 2 where I put in this solar system. Check that video out. Last thing I have to do is connect those solar system wires and I'm done with this project.